Discover the top 9 things to keep private for maintaining peace and happiness in life after 55. 9 things you should keep private if you're between 55 and 75. Have you ever stopped to wonder whether every aspect of your life truly needs to be shared, especially as you grow older? What if the secret to living a more peaceful, dignified, and resilient life is found in knowing what to keep safely guarded within your heart and what can be shared with the world? As we transition into the later chapters of life, particularly after the age of 55, a unique wisdom begins to emerge. This wisdom is discovered not only through our experiences, but also in the quiet moments of reflection, when we learn the subtle power of discretion and silence. Today we are going to delve into 9 essential topics that, if you are between 55 and 75, might fundamentally change the way you live simply by keeping them private. By the end of this video, you will understand how maintaining privacy around your finances can safeguard your independence, why being selective with health updates may ease your stress, and how preserving family secrets can help maintain harmony. Every subject we discuss has the potential to guide you toward a life enriched by inner peace, one where you are free from the unnecessary burden of other people's opinions and judgments. In exploring these points, we will see that choosing what to keep to yourself does not mean isolating from the world. Instead, it is about creating a personal sanctuary, a well of strength and resilience that remains yours alone. Before we begin, please consider subscribing and activating the notification bell so that you won't miss future insights. Your support is immensely appreciated, and if you find these lessons helpful, a like and share would go a long way in spreading this message. Now let's embark on this journey toward embracing the quiet power of discretion in our lives. As we move into the later chapters of our existence, especially after the age of 55, there comes a time when a certain refined wisdom starts to bloom, a wisdom that lies in silence and in understanding what parts of our lives should be shared and what should remain deeply personal. Have you ever considered what it is that should remain unsaid as you age? What aspects of your life ought to be shielded, held close, and not casually broadcast? There is an inherent dignity in discerning which parts of your life need protection, and this deliberate silence becomes the key to living with grace, serenity, and a profound sense of self-respect. Allow me to share a story to illustrate this point. In a quiet, sun-dappled village, there once lived an elderly man whose very presence radiated calm and command of respect. Known for his advanced years and gentle demeanor, he had become a figure of deep wisdom among the villagers. He was not one for many words. When he did speak, his voice carried the weight of countless unspoken thoughts, and all who listened would quiet down in reverence. One day, a young man from the village, restless and uncertain about his own path, approached him, desperate to learn the secret behind the elder's tranquility and honor. "Master," the young man asked, "you have lived so long, and everyone here holds you in such high regard. How did you come to lead such a peaceful, dignified life? What is your secret to achieving serenity and wisdom?" The old man smiled gently, his eyes twinkling with the soft glow of years gone by. He motioned for the young man to join him under the generous shade of an ancient tree. As they settled down, the elder gazed thoughtfully toward the horizon, memories of a life richly lived passing silently through his mind. In a soft, almost whispering tone, he began to share his truth. "When I was young, much like you," he explained, "I felt compelled to reveal every detail of my life. I believed that sharing my joys, my fears, my burdens, even secrets that were not mine alone, would make me feel more connected and understood. I wanted the world to see the real me, convinced that openness would strengthen the bonds I shared with others. But as the years passed, I discovered something unexpected." Intrigued, the young man leaned in as the elder continued. "The more I spoke, the more vulnerable I became. I soon realized that not everyone who listens has good intentions, and that certain parts of my life, once exposed, lost their magic and sanctity. Bit by bit, I felt my inner peace slip away. Over time, I learned a lesson that was hard to accept. Not everyone needs to know every part of your life. Some things are too precious, too personal to give away so freely." The young man, filled with curiosity, asked, "What did you do then, master?" The elder's face softened into a knowing smile as he replied, "I chose that not every moment or detail should be shared. I began to carefully decide what I spoke about, and more importantly, whom I chose to confide in. This was not out of fear, but rather a way to preserve the peace I hold inside, the very peace you see in me today." He paused, allowing his words to sink in, and added, "Discretion became my ally, a quiet shield against the clamor of too many voices and too much openness." At that moment, the young man nodded slowly, beginning to understand the deeper message. The old man was not advocating complete silence, but emphasizing the importance of protecting one's inner world. Leaning in further, his voice softened even more as he continued. True wisdom, my young friend, is not found in uttering every thought, but in knowing which parts of your life to keep for yourself. Discretion is the guardian of peace, and in time, you will discover that the less external noise you allow, the more clearly you can hear the voice of your own soul. With that, the elder rose, gently patting the young man's shoulder before walking away, leaving behind an echo of wisdom that would resonate in the young man's heart for years to come. Watching the elder depart, the young man felt a surge of curiosity and newfound respect. The wise words had awakened something deep within him, and he softly asked, Master, I understand that not everything should be shared, but how do you decide what is best kept private? How do you know what should be safeguarded and what can be shared safely? Under the graceful sway of the tree's branches, the old man turned back, his voice gentle yet imbued with quiet intensity. Ah, that is a wise question indeed, he said. There are delicate threads of our inner world that, if we reveal them too freely, can cause more harm than good. And I do not only mean harm in how others perceive us. It is also about preserving our own sense of peace and self. As we grow older, we learn that what once seemed essential to share no longer holds the same value. In our youth, we often seek validation by revealing every detail, but eventually we come to understand that some parts of our soul are meant to remain sacred and untouched. Protecting these parts is not selfish. It is preserving our autonomy and essence. By telling everything, we give away pieces of ourselves that might be better kept private. He paused, letting the quiet rustle of the leaves emphasize the weight of his words. There are things, my young friend, he continued, that do not require articulation, not because they are shameful, but because in their silence lies an untouched strength, a power immune to others' judgments. True wisdom is found not just in what we speak, but in what we choose to keep close to our heart. Many forget that sometimes silence itself is the most powerful answer. If you are still with me and find these insights useful, please comment one below to let me know you're absorbing this wisdom. The young man, moved by the elder's teaching, murmured to himself, So, what I withhold can actually make me stronger. With a gentle nod, the old man signaled that their conversation had reached its end. Exactly, he replied. When you reach my age, you will understand even more clearly that by keeping certain parts of your life private, you hold on to an unbreakable core of strength. Reflect on your life. Are there things you have shared too freely that deserve the sanctuary of silence? Are there parts of you that would be better preserved within your inner world? Let us now explore the 9 things you should consider keeping private if you are between 55 and 75. Trust me, each one of these is a small key to a calmer, more dignified life. If this message resonates with you, leave a comment below with My Wisdom is in Silence. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more guidance on living with inner peace and strength. Now let's break down these 9 essential areas. Number 1, money. Money is often the first area best kept under wraps. Under no circumstances should you reveal specific details about your financial situation. Financial stability in later years is a pillar of comfort, but it also presents a vulnerability. By divulging too much about your assets, income, or savings, you may inadvertently invite others to impose expectations or even exploit you. Friends, family, or casual acquaintances might begin to see you as a resource rather than as the person you are. Stoic wisdom reminds us that wealth is simply a tool, not the measure of personal worth. Keeping quiet about your finances shields you from potential misunderstandings and preserves your freedom to live by your own values. Age. Discussing your age too frequently can subtly alter how others perceive you, often to your detriment. Constant reminders of your age may lead others to assume limitations rather than possibilities. Over time, these perceptions might even shape your self-image, reinforcing boundaries that restrict your potential. Age is merely a number and should not define the richness of your experiences or the vitality of your present. Instead, focus on your actions and the curiosity with which you embrace life. Number 3, family secrets. Every family weaves a tapestry of shared stories, some uplifting, others less so, that are best kept within the family. Revealing private family matters can sometimes cause unintended harm, reopening old wounds or sparking new conflicts. By keeping these stories close, you protect the dignity of your family and maintain the delicate balance of relationships. Silence in this realm is not about hiding the truth. It's about honoring your family's legacy and preserving its sacred bonds. Number 4, personal beliefs. Your core beliefs, shaped by your life experiences and values, are deeply personal. Sharing them excessively or insisting that others adopt your perspective can create unnecessary tension. Embrace your beliefs quietly, letting your actions reflect your values rather than engaging in endless debates. In doing so, you maintain inner harmony and foster genuine connections without forcing your views on others. Number 5, acts of kindness. Generosity is a noble trait, yet it can lose its authenticity if every act of kindness is announced to the world. When your charitable deeds become public, the focus may shift from the cause to your desire for recognition. True generosity flourishes when it is done silently, for the joy of giving, rather than for applause or praise. Let your kindness remain a quiet, personal fulfillment rather than a spectacle. Number 6, health. Our health is a personal journey that becomes increasingly important as we age. However, sharing every detail of your health challenges can invite unwelcome opinions or overbearing advice. By discussing your health matters only with those who genuinely care, you maintain control over your well-being and protect your sense of agency. Keeping your health details private helps you navigate your personal care without the pressure of others' interpretations. Number 7, charitable donations. While helping others is admirable, revealing every detail of your charitable activities can sometimes shift the focus from the act of giving to the recognition of your generosity. The true spirit of charity lies in selfless giving without seeking external validation. Keeping your donations discreet ensures that your acts of kindness remain pure and untainted by the desire for public acknowledgement. Number 8, personal challenges. As we grow older, we inevitably face obstacles, be they physical, emotional, or social. Sharing every struggle can make you feel vulnerable and subject you to a flood of unsolicited advice. Instead, confide in a select few who truly understand your situation. This measured sharing not only safeguards your emotional strength, but also allows you to work through challenges in a way that preserves your dignity. Number 9, intimate life. Your personal, romantic, or intimate life is one of your most private domains. Whether you are in a committed relationship or cherish your privacy, the details of your intimate experiences are best kept between you and those you trust. In a society eager to discuss every personal detail, choosing discretion in matters of intimacy protects your dignity and ensures that your private life remains exactly that, private. Last thing, the power of silence. Finally, there is profound wisdom in recognizing the power of silence. Not every thought or detail needs to be shared. Sometimes the strength of your character is best demonstrated by what you choose not to say. This deliberate restraint allows you to safeguard the inner reservoir of strength and wisdom that comes with experience. Embracing silence as a deliberate choice can be one of the most empowering actions you take as you age. In closing, as you navigate the transformative years between 55 and 75, consider the immense value of discretion. By carefully choosing what to share and what to keep private, you create a sanctuary that protects your peace, preserves your dignity, and nurtures your inner strength. These 9 secrets provide a blueprint for living a life that is not weighed down by external judgments, but is enriched by the quiet power of your inner world. I invite you to reflect on these insights and share your thoughts in the comments below. Which secret resonates most with you? How might embracing discretion transform your everyday life? If you find this message meaningful, please like, share, and subscribe for more guidance on living with grace and inner resilience. Thank you for joining me on this journey toward a life of serenity and dignified strength. If you found these insights helpful, I'd love to hear from you. Comment below with a 9 if you're ready to embrace these steps in your life, or a 0 if you're just starting to reflect on these changes. May the power of silence and the wisdom of discretion continue to guide you every day.